everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm Cindy Daychuck with Queen Bee Creations, and today we're going to do a little wood Christmas tree craft. Now, this particular wooden craft starts with a split log. So you know how you get the quarter splits and they're nice and long? You need to, this one's doable, but I've got them cut down to smaller. And they just make perfect little Christmas tree shapes. Now, the one thing that I have done, and I did off camera because I needed to work out MacGyver some kind of help, is I have drilled a hole, big hole for the trunk, I was gonna say the stem, for the trunk in the base of these and in the base of whatever I want to use as a base. I just happen to have some big round log chunks as well, so it kind of fits, kind of works together. The other thing that I did do is I drilled a little teeny tiny hole up at the top just in case I decide to use some kind of wire configuration for the top, and I figured it was easier to do at the beginning than the end. All right, so camera wasn't working great, but you get the idea of what's going on here. I took some little driftwood sticks to use as the trunks, but you could use sticks or twigs or dowels, old wooden paintbrushes, a broken wooden spoon. You get the idea, whatever you've got. I'm a firm believer in that. So I just am using hot glue to attach the stick to the base, and then the trunk stick to the top of the tree. So making sure that they're nice and sturdy, ready for us to be able to work on. Okay, for this first little tree, I am going to, I just have to get a little bit of this white paint out. I don't need a lot. There we go. So this is fusion casement, which means it has a built-in top coat. So here's my dilemma. I want to decoupage. I have this napkin with these little red birds. They're more like chickadees than cardinals, but I love them. And I want to decoupage them onto my tree. So I want to put some white paint down so that they show up, but I can't open my decoupage medium jars. It's like glue, right? So that they've kind of stuck on there, and I don't have two hands to be able to get them off. So this white paint has a built-in top coat. So I am going to trial having it decoupage itself, because why not? You know? So we'll let that side dry and we'll do the other side. And sometimes, you know what? Having to trial things and reinvent things because, injury, or because of, you're out of something, and sometimes you just discover great other alternatives and ways of doing things. So, I'm always telling you guys that I'm using a certain product only because it's what I have here in the shop. It's what's open in the shop, not because it's the only option. So I'm thinking that the top coat of that paint is going to glue that in place just fine. And I'm going to go see if there is a top coat medium that I can open, that I can seal these with, and we'll see how it goes. I'm just going to let those dry. That one to dry right now. For this big tall one, I thought it would maybe be cool to do something that gave it kind of like a natural look. So let me push out a little bit to see if I stand this up, if you can see what's happening with it. Not really. So let's do it this way then. What I have are these branches, and I thought if I kind of glue these onto the sides, right? Coming down. Then that may give me a cool look. We're leaving the front natural. I just want to glue them over layering on both the sides. And in my head, I want them to extend taller than the top because of where I want to go with this, but I'm not sure that I don't need two hands for where I want to go. So that could be problematic. But let me get these glued on and then we can deal with that next step. I was apparently having a challenging recording day, so this is the smallest of the trees, and all that I did with this, because I wanted to do something simple, was take a strand of some twine that is red, white, and green, and I wrapped it around the body of it, and that's all that I was looking to do at this step. Okay, what we're going to do is take this little bit of wire and kind of wrap it around this straw. I can't pull it. Okay, just kind of try and separate a little bit and bend it. And I have a couple of little berries here. So I'm just going to try and wrap around. All right, so I'm going to wrap these around, I'm going to glue them, and then I'm just going to glue a little bit of greenery on it. This is ultimately going in that hole at the top. And then this one is done except for any decoration that I want on the base. So keeping this one nice and simple. Now that this one was dry, I took sanding paper and I just lightly went around all of the edges. One, it helped tear and cut the kind of the overhang of the napkin away, and then I just wanted to distress all of those edges just so that they extended in from the edge rather than right to the edge. I hadn't painted directly out to the edge, so it was just kind of giving it this nice rough finish, which I think is in keeping with the edging of the piece. For the top, I decided to just take some very fine wire, twist them together, and I glued, these are little styrofoam berries, so I was able to put a bit of glue on them and insert the wire into them so that ultimately, you know, I managed to get these in and glued in place as a little bit of a topper, which I think the red balances off with the little red bird, and the berries kind of work with them as well. For this one, I want to, oops, getting caught up in other things over here. I want to wrap just some fine jute around this top piece so that it kind of finishes it off a little bit. So the first thing that I need to do is just kind of anchor that jute and just kind of stick it down into some glue. And then I'm just going to wrap it around my wire that I stuck down into the hole that we had pre-drilled. Hopefully my hand hangs in for that, because I think it will look cool, if for no other reason. But I need to do this two-handed, so I'm just going to slowly and hopefully not painfully kind of roll it to, I gotta get a little tighter. Because if I can't do this, then I need to do something else. Okay, it's working. It's just gonna take some time. So I'm gonna wrap it till I get to here. But when I get to there, what I will be doing is adding a little bell and a little bit more of the same greenery that's on there. And then this one can be done. And then they're all done. Yay. Let's take a look at our finished little wood slice trees. Now, these could be decorated any way that you want. So, super simple with just a little bit of wrapped twine, and we did a little spiral dangle of some greenery. This one we did decoupage on, so very simple. I just put a little bit of moss up here. I did some thin wire with just some berries, kind of fit with it's up in a tree eating berries and a little moss on the bottom. And then our bigger one, just, slightly more involved. I left the bottom bare because there's so much happening up top. That's where the action is. So I let that speak for itself. We've got our little bell hanging with some of the same greenery as here. And I really like the crooked stick on this one. So, just something different. I think that they're super cute just because they've all got their own little unique shapes. You can individualize them based on how you decorate them, but also what you choose to use for a base, what you choose to use for the trunk. It just makes them all super unique and super cute. Let me know what you think of this one, guys. Looking forward to hearing from you as always, and can't wait to see you on the next one. Take care.